Hello everyone. Let us start with sample paper 2 of class 10, term 1. This is the latest MCQ pattern. If you have not seen sample paper 1, please solve that, go through that too. So let us read the general instructions. Maximum marks, as you all know, is 40. Time allowed is 90 minutes, that is 1.5 hours. The question paper contains 3 sections. Section A is the reading section. There are 18 questions. You have to attempt 14 questions. Section B is the writing and grammar section, which has 12 questions. You have to do 10 out of them. Section C, literature, has 30 questions. You have to do 26 out of them. Let us start reading the unseen passage 1. Question number 1 to 10 are based on given text. Read the text carefully and answer the questions. I know poverty and misery, and I quite appreciate my personal experience, what it is to be poor, what it is to have no clothes, what it is to have no books, what it is to struggle through life, what it is to walk through the streets without an umbrella, without conveyance along miles on dusty roads. I have been through it all and I can understand the difficulties that most of you graduates have to face today. I'm speaking from a long experience of 60 years. Please do not imagine that all the 60 years are milk and roses. To be able to accomplish something, I want to tell you that you have to go through such experiences. I admit success in life is not always to be intelligent or to be strong, and it is to some extent a bit of a gamble, but those who got their minds right and those who know their job sooner or later will sooner perhaps than later make their way in life. But they should not be disappointed if they do not. They have to face up life and take it as they find it. What I say is that great things in life are not really great things in life. What I love is to enjoy the common things of life. I'm happy that I'm still able to sleep at night provided I have 3 miles walk in the evening. I'm still able to enjoy a good lunch or a good dinner. I'm still able to look at the blue sky and like it. I still like to walk in the open fields and like the smell of the ragi or the jowar. We think that happiness consists of going to pictures and seeing thrilling films and technicolor dramas. Not at all. The great things in life are the God-given things which cost nothing. What you need is to desire to appreciate them. If you have your minds and hearts open, you have around your things which give you. There is the butterfly jumping about in flourishing colors on all sides. Look at the wonderful thing that God has given for our enjoyment. We have to love nature and appreciate her wonderful gifts of nature's marvelous ingenuity, its resourcefulness and infinite variety. It is the same thing that has inspired me all my life. Such a wonderful passage. It was by C.V. Raman. This we come to know through the questions that this is a paragraph by C.V. Raman. Let's quickly read the questions and see the answers. How had C.V. Raman's childhood been difficult? A part, he had lived life as a poor. B part, he had to run on the streets. C part, he never drank milk as a child. D part, he had access to books only. Option A is the correct answer. He had to live life as a poor. Question 2. Why has life been termed as gamble? A part, C.V. Raman has lost money in his gamble. B part, even an intelligent or strong person is unsure of success. C part, it is it disappoints you always. D part, life is good to only hard-working people. Option B is the correct answer. According to the passage, even an intelligent or strong person is unsure of success. Question 3. How does C.V. Raman's speech inspire us? A. He told us that life is never easy. B. He told us to work day and night. C. He told us one needs to be poor to succeed in life. D part, he told us easy ways to enjoy life. And the correct answer is option D. He told us easy ways to enjoy life. Question 4. What, according to C.V. Raman, consists of happiness? A. A graduate student's life. B. Things that cost money. C. Seeing thrilling films and technicolor dramas. D. God-given gifts which cost nothing. And the correct answer is D. God-given gifts that cost nothing. Question 5. According to the text, what should we love? A. Life. B. C.V. Raman. C. Nature. D. Gamble. And the correct answer is C. Nature. Which smell did he like in the fields? A. Dinner. B. Ragi and jowar. C. Butterflies in the fields. D. Dusty roads. And the correct answer is option B. Ragi and jowar. Question 7. What has inspired C.V. Raman all his life? A. Family. B. Films. C. Gamble. D. Nature. And the correct answer is D. Nature. Question 8. How many years of experience does C.V. Raman have? A. 60 years. B. 6 years. C. 16 years. D. 66 years. And the correct answer is option A. 60 years. Question 9. Choose the best option from the word despair given below, which means the same as A. Distress, B. Hopelessness, C. Misery, D. Disappointment. And the correct answer is disappointment. Question D. Choose the best option from the word endless given below, which means the same. A. Infinite, B. Unlimited, C. Unreachable, D. Continuous. And the correct answer is A. Infinite. Now we have the second passage. Let us quickly read the passage and then solve the questions 11 to 18. The national policy on states that a large proportion of students currently enrolled in elementary school have attained foundational literacy and numeracy, that is, the ability to read and understand the basic text and carry out basic addition and subtraction. It recommends that every child should attain foundational literacy and numeracy by grade 3. The table highlights the result of the National Achievement Survey 2017 on the learning levels of students at grade 3 in language and mathematics. The results of the survey suggest that only 57% of the students in grade 3 are able to solve basic numeracy skills related to addition and subtraction. Now here we have a table. NAS, that is, this survey has National Achievement Survey's results on learning level of grade 3 students is given in the table. Let us see the table. Learning levels of grade 3 and the percentage. Ability to read small text with comprehension language 68%. Ability to read printed scripts on classroom walls such as poems and posters, that is 65%. Solving simple daily life addition and subtraction problems with 3 digits 57%. Analyze and apply the appropriate number of operations in a situation is 59%. To achieve universal foundational literacy and numeracy, the policy recommends setting up a national mission on foundational literacy and numeracy under the MHRD. All state governments must prepare implementation plans to achieve these goals by 2025. A national repository of high quality resources on foundational literacy and numeracy will be made available on government's e-learning platform Diksha. Other measures to be taken in this regard include filling teacher vacancies at the earliest, ensuring a pupil to teacher ratio of 30:1 for effective teaching, and training teachers to impart foundational literacy and numeracy. Here we have the comparison of R&D expenditure in India with other countries. We can see the table. We have the countries written at the bottom. It's an indicator at the side. To boost research, the NEP recommends setting up an independent National Research Foundation, that is NRF, for funding and facilitating quality research in India. The foundation will act as a liaison between researchers and relevant branches of government as well as industry. Specialized institutions that currently fund research, such as the Department of Science and Technology and the Indian Council of Medical Research, will continue to fund independent projects. The foundation will collaborate with such agencies to avoid duplication. Let us see the questions now. The word foundational literacy from the passage means the same as the ability to read and understand the basic text, the inability to read and write, the ability to learn new ideas, the ability to solve mathematical problems. And the correct answer is option A, the ability to read and understand the basic text. Question 12. A large proportion of students currently enrolled in elementary school have not attained foundational literacy and numeracy. What does the statement represent? Number 1. Several children enrolled in elementary schools do not have basic educational abilities. Option 2. Several children enrolled in elementary schools are unable to access the educational materials. 3. Several children in elementary schools are solving problems beyond their age. 4. Several children in elementary schools are below the average age accepted. And the correct answer is option 1, which is given in B part. So option 1 is the correct answer. Several children enrolled in elementary schools do not have basic educational abilities. Question 13. Based on the given table, choose the options that are true according to the information given in the passage. 40% of children correctly analyze and applies mathematical operations. Option 2, 68% of grade 3 children have the ability to read small text and comprehensions. 3, 57% of children can solve basic daily maths problems. 4, 65% of children don't have ability to read poems. And the correct answer is part D, that is option 2 and 3. Points 2 and 3 are correct. Question 14. Based on the information given in the passage, select the correct statement. Every child should attain foundational literacy and numeracy by grade 1. Number 2 is 57% of the students of grade 6 are unable to solve basic numeracy skills related to addition and subtraction. Number 3, the NRF will act as a liaison between research and relevant branches of government as well as industry. 4, Diksha is a private online repository. Option 1, 2 and 4 are absolutely wrong. The points 1, 2 and 4 are absolutely wrong. The correct answer is given in D part, that is point 3. The NRF will act as a liaison between research and relevant branches of the government as well as industry. Question 15. Choose the correct graphical representation according to the information from the passage. This is from the bar graph that shows the R&D, and option A is the correct answer, with South Korea having 4.6, Israel having 4.5, India is at 0.7. So according to the bar graph that is given, option A is the correct answer. Question 16. Which of the following statement is not substantiated by any information from the passage? A. Japan has third highest R&D expenditure. B. South Korea has highest R&D expenditure. C. India and the US have the same R&D expenditure. D. Pakistan has higher R&D expenditure than India. So the correct answer is Japan has third highest R&D expenditure because this is not mentioned anywhere in the passage. Question 17. A national repository of high quality resources on foundational literacy and numeracy will be A. Help the country to achieve higher foundational literacy and numeracy. B. Allow international teachers to access learning materials. C. Help students to solve problems easily. D. Contain study resources for students from grade 6 ahead. The correct answer is A part, help the students to achieve higher foundational literacy and numeracy. So this is the correct answer. Question 18. Arrange the order of the countries based on their R&D expenditure. So here option D is absolutely correct, where we have South Korea at the first place, then is Germany, then comes South Africa, and then the last position is of India. Now let us solve the grammar portion. Question 19. She dashed me at the meetings only on Sundays as a child. A part saw, B part is seeing, C part was seeing, D part had seen, and the correct answer is A part saw. She saw me at the meetings only on Sundays. Question 20. I dash a brace on my teeth as a child, but I didn't like it. A part I'm wearing, B part wore, C part have worn, D part was wearing. The correct answer is B part. I wore a brace on my teeth as a child, but I didn't like it. Question 21. You dash work hard to win a scholarship. A might, B would, C could, and D is should. D should shows suggestion or an advice. So this is the correct answer. You should work hard to win a scholarship. Question 22. This may seem very difficult for you, but after the course, even if any one of our students dash able to solve such problems, it will be a great achievement. Option A is are, B were, C is, D had been. The correct answer is according to the subject verb concord. Whenever we are talking about one of the students, always a singular verb follows it. So here option C is correct. Question 24. This is based on reported speech. He said, "Why didn't you send your application to me?" Now let us see. Read all the sentences and see the correct one. A. He inquired, why had I not sent his application to me? So this is incorrect. It is not his application. It is my application to him. Then B part is he inquired why I did not send my application to him. This is again incorrect. C part, he inquired why did I not send my application to him? Again incorrect, and this D part is the correct answer. He inquired why I had not sent my application to him. Since in the question didn't is a past tense, and since when past tense is already given, we have to change it to past perfect, and so past perfect is had not sent, and so option D is the correct answer, followed by my application to him. This is absolutely correct. Question 24. The dogs were dash given a biscuit. The dogs were each given a biscuit. The dogs were much given a biscuit. C part, every given a biscuit, all given a biscuit. The dogs were each given a biscuit is the correct option. So option A is the correct one. Let us move on to the writing part. Question number 25 to 30 are based on given text. Read the text carefully and answer the questions. You are Debashri, a resident of Siliguri, Assam. You have to write a letter to the editor of a national daily, drawing attention to the difficulty faced by differently abled people at tourist places. Question 25. Select the option with relevant aspects that Debashri should select from this letter. Number 1, the newspaper's name. Number 2, attached proof of the newspaper subscription. Number 3, Debashri's address. Number 4, formal tone. Number 5, expected date of the letter's receipt. So we all know that we need to have the newspaper's name. We have to have the sender's address. So that is Debashri's address. Number 3, then this is a letter to the editor and it should be written in a formal tone. So number 4, 1, 3 and 4, that is in part D is the correct answer. Question 26. Select the appropriate subject for this letter. Number 1, drawing attention towards differently abled people. Number 2, the differently abled neglected or misunderstood. Number 3, tourist places are inconvenience to the differently abled people. Number 4, inconvenience faced by differently abled at tourist spots. Number 4 is the correct answer. This is the way we write the subject of a letter. Question 27. Which option would Debashri select and elaborate on the difficulties faced by the differently abled? A part, absence of ramps for wheelchairs, unclean toilets, high ticket prices. B part, unsuitable visiting timings, tourist guides untrained in sign language. C part, lack of braille script. Number C, absence of ramps for wheelchairs, tourist guides untrained in sign language, lack of braille script tourist pamphlets. D part, unclean toilets, high ticket prices. C part, unsuitable visiting timings. So here option C is the correct answer. Question 28. Debashri shares some suggestions in her letter. To address the issue, select the option that helps her complete these suggestions appropriately. In my opinion, the media can play a pivotal role in transforming people's also against negligence to the needs of the differently abled at the tourist spots shall go a long way in bringing about a positive change. Option A, preferences protesting. Option B, interactions keeping minimum interference. Option C, perceptions and attitudes cautioning the authorities. D part, belief and traditions composing songs. Option C is the correct answer. Let us quickly read and see. In my opinion, the media can play a pivotal role in transforming people's perceptions and attitudes. Also, cautioning the authorities against the negligence to the needs of the differently abled at the tourist spot shall go a long way in bringing about a positive change. Question 29. Select the option that correctly justifies the choice of the concluding portion of the letter. Number 1, I expect the authorities to take action on this issue. Please post my thoughts in your newspaper. Number 2, I hope my views get published in the columns of your newspaper so that this issue may garner more public support and awareness. According to me, D part, yes to the option 2 because of the tone of polite expectation. This is the correct option. Question 30. Select the option that completes the concluding line appropriately. I hope that my letter will A part, help spread awareness about the issue. B part, result in positive reviews by the readers. C part, improve circulation of the national daily. D part, lead to action against all authorities responsible at tourist spots. We want to spread awareness through this letter. So A part is the correct answer. Let us start with the literature part. Question number 31 to 35 are based on given text. Read the text carefully and answer the questions. She always wore a faded blue dress that didn't hang right. It was clean, but it looked as though it had never been ironed properly. She didn't have any friends, but a lot of girls talked to her. Sometimes they surrounded her in the school ground as she stood watching the little girls play hopscotch on the worn hard ground. Wanda, Peggy would say in the most courteous manner, as though she were talking to Miss Mason. Wanda, she'd say, giving one of her friends a nudge, tell us, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet? Question 31. The most courteous manner here means that Peggy was number 1, number A part, respectful to Wanda, B part, trying to impress Wanda, C part, on her best behavior, D part, teasing Wanda, and the correct option is D part, teasing Wanda. Question 32. Peggy gave her friend a nudge because number 1, she wanted to push her away from the scene. Number 2, she disliked her friends being distracted then. Number 3, she was teasing Wanda and wanted her to make others pay attention. Option 4, she was teasing Wanda and didn't want anyone to miss the fun. This is the correct option. Option 4 is the correct answer. Question 33. Pick the options having the words that do not loosely match the word closet from those given. That means which is the correct match. Number 1, wardrobe. Number 2, loft. Number 3, cabinet. Number 4, cupboard. Number 5, porch. Number 6, cellar. And the correct answer is D part, which has got wardrobe, cabinet and cupboard, which almost means the same thing as a closet. Question 34. Why was Wanda's answer to Peggy's question always the same? Pick the least probable reason. This was so because she knew that A part, sticking to an unexpected answer, would get her the attention she needed. B part, she didn't know how else to get out of that situation. C part, confessing the truth would probably worsen the situation. D part, she was being picked on and it was probably her defense. So the least probable answer is A part. Sticking to an unexpected answer would get her the attention she needed. Wanda never needed anybody's attention. Question 35. Regarding Wanda being teased, Miss Mason was A part, aware but didn't want to discuss it with the students. B part, of the belief that such behavior was normal part of growing up. C part, in denial that such behavior was possible by her students. D part, unaware that the students were frequently teasing Wanda. This is the correct answer. Miss Mason was absolutely unaware that the students were teasing Wanda frequently. Question number 36 to 40 are based on a given text. Read the text given and answer the questions. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. It said, God, of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. Send me the rest since I need it very much. But don't send it through mail because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. Lencho. Question 36. Why did postmaster open the mail immediately after Lencho had posted the letter? A part, because Lencho had given him a stink eye. B part, because he wanted to hide that letter from the staff. C part, because Lencho had asked him to. D part, because the postmaster wanted to check Lencho's response. So answer D part. Postmaster wanted to check Lencho's response is the correct answer. Question 37. Why did Lencho not want God to send the rest of the money through mail? A part, because the postmaster seemed lazy to Lencho. B part, because the postal service was too slow for Lencho. C part, because Lencho believed that post office employees were all cheats. D part, because Lencho thought that the letter could get lost in mail. So the correct answer is C part, because Lencho believed that post office employees were all cheats, as we can see that he has called them a bunch of crooks. Question 38. What help had Lencho asked for? A part, he asked for 100 pesos to sow his field. B part, Lencho asked for new bag of corn seeds. C part, he asked for food ration for the year. D part, he asked for blessings. So the correct answer is A part, where he had asked 100 pesos to sow his field. Question 39. What did Lencho believe would happen to his family if God doesn't help him? A part, they will lose their farm. B part, they would go bankrupt. C part, they would go hungry the whole year. D part, they will stay depressed. And the correct answer is C part, they would go hungry the whole year. Question 40. Why did no leaf remain on the trees? A part, because of the lethal storm. B part, because of the fall season. C part, because of the hailstorm left the field bare. D part, because there was a plague of locusts. The correct answer is C part, because of the hailstorm left the field bare. Question 41 to 45 are based on the given text. Read the text carefully and answer the questions. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice. Question 41. What does it refer to here? A. Fire. B. Poet. C. Ice. D. World. Here the poet Robert Frost is talking about the destruction of the world. This is from the poem Fire and Ice. Option D is the correct answer. Question 42. What does the ice symbolize? A part, number 1, happiness, number 2, freshness, number 3, hatred, number 4, passion. The correct answer is option 3, that is hatred, which is given in D part. So option D is the correct answer. Question 43. The main idea of the poem of the above lines is: A part, love can destroy the world. B part, hatred can destroy the world. C part, corruption in the world will destroy everything. D part, humans' desire can destroy the world. The correct answer is hatred can destroy the world. B part is the correct answer. Question 44. What is the rhyme scheme of this stanza? A part, A, B, A, C, B. B part, A, B, A, B, A. C part, A, B, B, C. D part, A, B, B, A, A. The correct answer is B, A, B, A, B, A. Question 45. The world will perish. Number 1. Number A part, never. Number B, once. Number C, twice. D part, thrice. The poem mentions twice, so the correct answer is C part, twice. Question 46 to 50 are based on the given text. Read the text carefully and answer the questions. As she and husband turned away in terror, the extraordinary chair pushed them both out of the room and then appeared to slam and lock the door after them. Mrs. Hall almost fell down the stair in hysterics. She was convinced that the room was haunted by spirits and that the stranger had somehow caused these to enter into her furniture. My poor mother used to sit in that chair, she moaned, to think it should rise up against me now. The feeling among the neighbors was that the trouble was caused by witchcraft. Question 46. Mrs. Hall felt that room was haunted by spirits because A part, she could see evil spirits. B part, she heard strange noise. C part, uncanny things happened there. D part, the door slammed shut. The answer is uncanny things happened there. Option C. Question 47. Pick the option that best describes how Mrs. Halls must be feeling at the moment described in the extract. A part, outraged and nervous. B part, shocked and outraged. C part, stunned and agitated. D part, stunned and furious. The correct answer is C part. She was stunned and agitated. Question 48. Pick the sentence that brings out the meaning of hysterics as used in the extract. A part, the sight of blood put the old man in a frenzy. B part, my friend and I were in splits when we saw the clown's antics. C part, I don't know why I suddenly felt worried about flying home. D part, the people who had witnessed the accident were spellbound. The correct answer is A part. The sight of blood put the old man in frenzy. Frenzy is hysterics. Question 49. Pick the option that displays a cause-effect relationship. Troubled neighbors, witchcraft, rising of the chair, moaning, strange haunted spirits. pushed and looked out hysterical. Correct option is D part. When the chair pushed her and locked itself from behind, the lady was in hysterics. So this is cause and effect relationship. Option D is the correct answer. The neighbors thought it was witchcraft. This tells us that the neighbors were number 1 suspicious, number 2, number B part superstitious, C part gossip mongers, D part nervous wrecks. The correct answer is B part superstitious. Question 51. Identify the personality in the picture. A part Bram Fisher, B part Walter Sisulu, C part Oliver Tambo, D part Yusuf Dadoo. All there are pictures of some comrades given in the chapter of Nelson Mandela. Here the correct answer is Bram Fisher. He is Bram Fisher. A part is given in B option, so option B is correct. Question 52. What has been personified in the poem A Tiger in the Zoo? A part tiger, B part all of these, C part forest, D part zoo. Here the personification is with the tiger, so tiger is the correct answer. Question 53. Why did Maddie and Peggy end their letter with lots of X? To show their agony. B part to show their love and concern. C part to show how dejected they feel. D part to show their indifference, and the correct answer is to show love and concern. Question 54. What language was the diary originally written in from the diary of Anne Frank? It was originally written in Dutch. So A part is the correct answer. English, Spanish, French are incorrect. Question 55. Here we have a small extract and then we'll see the question. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. This is from Dust of Snow by Robert Frost. The question is, which word is synonym of the word regret in the given stanza? A part mood, B part heart, C part root, D is part. So the correct answer is C part. Question 56. What are the man's obligations in life from the chapter Long Walk to Freedom, Nelson Mandela? A part obligations to family, B part obligations to people. A part is obligation to people, B part is obligation to family, C part both obligations to people and family, D part obligation to God. Here in this chapter, Nelson Mandela talks about twin obligations to both people and family. So option C is the correct answer. Question 57. Why does the tiger stare at the stars? A part, just to pass his time. B part, he gazes them casually. C part, the stars pump hope in his spirit. D part, he wants to count the stars. The correct answer is C part, the stars pump hope in his heart. Question 58. Who knocked down Mr. Jeffers? A part, the clergyman. B part, Mrs. Halls. C part, Mr. Halls. D part, Griffin. The correct answer is Griffin. Question 59. Hari was actually supposed to lose dash by stealing money. A part, money. B part, trust. C part, house. D part, knowledge of stealing. The correct answer is trust. B part. Question 60. What was Anil's age in the chapter The Thief's Story? A part, none of these. B part, 25. C part, 20. D part, 15. The correct answer is 25. And Anil was 25 and the thief was 15. So the correct answer is B, 25. I hope this video was helpful to you, and I'm coming up with more videos for the final board exams that will be held in the month of November. All the best to each one of you. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe. Bye bye.